Hey. So it's Courtney, and I'm back with another video. Um, Definitely in a different location now because I'm kind of out of town right now. So I'm visiting my husband's family's house, so it's a little bit of different setting. I was gonna go in a car and do it, but it's just a little too dark, and um, I really didn't have like anything to really like prop my phone up enough so that it will be a good angle for everybody to see. So I'm just gonna be doing it from in the room. Um, excuse me. So this is gonna be another story time. I know last week I had to do a different one um, due to recent events that happened with a whole bunch of drama at my job with people keep bothering me, harassing me. So I had to put Shorty on blast because yeah, and she's still trying or whatever. And if she keeps taking it further, I'm gonna have to take it into um, the hands of HR or whatever. I'm just gonna have to take matters in my own hands because it's getting out of hand. This is ridiculous. And people shouldn't be having to deal with this at their job. But yeah, so I did that story time, but the last part that I left off, I believe I had found out that California was still messing around with his big mama, aka Bimbo. And when I had reached out to him and hit him up, he was not answering. I'm blowing his phone up, of course. Um, and the baby mama ends up texting me through Messenger and laughing, saying, "He's sleeping, sis. Hit him up in the morning." So, but before we get into that video, before we get into this part, I want y'all to make sure that y'all like and subscribe to my channel. Because that's always important. I see a lot of people viewing, I see a lot of people tuning in, and that's amazing, that's good. But the likes and the subscribers are definitely important. They definitely will help me push myself. And of course, it's going to take time, it's not going to happen overnight, but that does help. So please do your best to support and like and subscribe to my channel. So I've been so busy. So I know my normal uploading night is Monday night, but I've been literally running around. I'm so tired. I'm so ready to take this hat off, take this hair out, take these lashes off, take these eyebrows off, take these earrings out, take this jewelry off, take these clothes off, just take a shower. I'm just ready to just lay down. I'm just beyond exhausted. I'm running on food, my anxiety medication, and about 3 monsters. This is my third monster that I'm on. Yes. So I'm running on monsters right now. That's what's keeping me going right now. But I promised that I was going to upload this video, and I'm doing my best to be consistent because this is important to me. So yes, and we definitely need to get back to this part because I left off and just never hop back on it. So and also make sure to check out the links to my socials down below: my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat, and my TikTok, most importantly, because I know y'all be liking my TikToks, and I appreciate the love. So without further ado, let's get into this video. And yeah, so left off about how Bimbo decided to message me overnight or whatever, and just pretty much mock the fact that California was I think I'm losing my voice. California's pretty much ADHD, y'all, sorry. Pretty much in her bed or whatever. He was sleeping apparently. And that also was a habit with him. That became a pattern a lot in our relationship and marriage. So I didn't immediately respond to her message because I was just so overwhelmed. Like back then my anxiety was like literally on 20,000, and thank goodness that I have the means and the resources and the medication, of course, to be able to treat it. And it's still a work in progress. I'm still working on it, but thank goodness that I'm more aware of it and that I'm able to get help in the best way that I can for it. But at this time, I was not seeing a therapist. I wasn't seeing a counselor. I wasn't getting help for anything. Anxiety was on 10, 20, 1,000, really, if you want to keep it all the way real. So yeah, as I'm, seeing this message, I'm not even really thinking in a moment to reply right away. I'm just so anxious and everything is happening so fast. And if my voice sounds weird, girl, I'm sorry. This is just the all story aside or whatever. If it sounds like I'm like, my voice is like breaking or shaking a little bit, I'm drinking this Monster, and sometimes it makes me like jittery and shaky and stuff like that. And I'm sorry. And I'm just, like I said, I took the anxiety medication, so that mixed together, it makes me a little bit, I don't know, it's weird. It's one of those things you gotta be able to see and go through yourself to understand, but it does kind of make me jittery, and that Monster, it does make you all over the place. So I'm gonna try to slow down, not talk so fast. But yeah, so it's just a million emotions going through my mind right now. And of course, I'm blowing up his phone. I'm blowing up. I was like, this fool, it's like he must have really lost his mind. Like, wow, like you really got me all the way twisted right now. You really, really do. Okay. So, before you know it, like I said, I didn't even open the message. You can literally see, but maybe I did read it. Because when you have Messenger in your inbox, you can't always read the whole message. Maybe I did open it, but I didn't respond to it. And so I guess when she saw that I wasn't getting to like give her a response or whatever, she decides to hit me up. And she's pretty much just saying like, oh, you know, like so like you in California, or like y'all are still messing around, y'all together or whatever. And I'm thinking like, girl, you already know what it is. Like, you know from the beginning that we were together. Like, and it's crazy to me how females or people do weird stuff. Just people in general do weird stuff and just pretend like they don't know what's going on at all. So when I answered the phone, when Bimbo had actually called me, she was sounded really weird. And it was actually making me very uncomfy over the phone. So she's kind of breathing heavy, and she's all like, so like, how long have y'all been together? It's almost like she's trying to fake whisper or something, but she's breathing so heavy, and it was very confusing, and it was very uncomfortable because I was like, this girl is really weird, and she's like giggling and stuff like that, and I was just like, okay, this is getting weird. Like, they just really are that delusion. They're in their own little world, so no matter if they're in the wrong or not, you do not matter. Like, nothing you say or nothing you do matter, whether you're right or you're wrong. It doesn't matter to them. And so obviously she just don't care. She's okay whether she decide, the girl, whatever. She just want to get in wherever she can fit in. So any little bit of attention or whatever, if intimacy or affection that he's giving her, she's taking that as he loves me, he wants to be with me. And not saying that I was like, you know, any that he really treated me any better or whatever, but it's just, I didn't go to the lengths that she went through. It's just like, why would you want to be chasing somebody that's with somebody who's openly with somebody people know about? I done met his mom and stuff. His mom knows we're together, and it's just so freaking messy. So, oh my goodness. But she's just acting dumb, asking all these stupid, weird questions like, oh, how long we been messing around and talking, when didn't we already have a conversation prior to all of this? We already had a conversation, so why are you acting dumb like you don't know what's going on? But I don't think she really wanted, she knew what it was. I feel like she just wanted to hit me up and message me in that moment to gloat, like, ha ha ha. And I can't stand those kind of girls that think, oh, this my baby daddy, oh, I'm in his bed, oh, we messing around, I've been around his friends, I'm in his mama. Like, they really just, you know, you really think that you're just above somebody or that you're special. But baby, if he's doing you dirty and he's doing me dirty, I'm not saying I'm all that special to him, but clearly you aren't either. So let's just use your brain. Like, she just is like, and then she was as old as she was. When I say this girl is like older than me. She's my older sister age, like in her 30s. I'm in my early 20s at the time. So it's like, how childish can you be to be hitting me up at 11, 12 o'clock at midnight to be trying to gloat about your baby daddy being in your bed with you when he's in a relationship? And like I said, maybe they were together. Maybe he was telling her something else. Maybe they were in a relationship because I saw pictures of them and stuff together. But this, the time frame was different than, the year that me and him were together. But I, some stuff, I don't know, because come to find out, he was living a double life. So, but anyway, just getting back to this, like, it was just the way she carried herself, just very immature, very messy, very negative, very miserable, very bitter. And I just wouldn't, as a woman, no matter what my circumstances are with a man, or no matter where I stand with a man, I'm never ever gonna conduct myself the way that she conducted herself. Just period. It makes you look disgusting. I can't wait to take these lashes off. It's just, I think I'm not gonna wear lashes for a while. But anyway, so, she calls me, I'm saying like hello and all this stuff. And I was just, honestly, just the way my tone was, like just answering her and talking on the phone, I just felt so like, honestly, just defeated. I feel like all my anxiety had just rushed out of me and I just had like nothing left. I was just like, I was just so drained. I was just so drained. Like, but I feel like she was just trying to really get more information out of me, like, and just try to rub it in as much as she can, just throw salt on the wound or whatever. And yeah, I don't remember how long we were on the phone, but it couldn't have been that long. But she was just like, you know, I don't know, I don't even remember how that conversation went. All I really remember is somehow we were able to come to some type of agreement and try to, be respectful, cordial of each other, because in that moment I had already made up my mind I wasn't gonna be with him anymore. It's like, I feel like before, I had got super, 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 really, really serious with California, I feel like I just felt like myself. Like, I just felt more independent and confident. Like, and not saying I haven't been hurt or played or used or abused by men, but I just felt like before I got with him, like, I just felt like I was just on cloud nine. Like, I was just, I had my own situations and stuff that I was dealing with. And, I just felt like you just couldn't tell me anything. Like, I know I still had a lot to work on, about myself and everything, as far as like confidence and self-esteem and everything. But I felt like I was just like, I don't know. I felt like I was in such a much better place before I met California. And then when I met him, it's just like I'm right back where I started again. Like, it's just, this is a pattern. This is too much. And unfortunately, I got caught up in that pattern for a while. But pretty much back to, our conversation on the phone. I don't remember exactly how it went, but I do know that we were able to reach some type of agreement, because I was like, listen, I don't want him no more, girl. You got him. Obviously, if you care this much to be going this above and beyond, you got to be something. It has to be something. But you can have him, because I had already just made up in my mind, I'm done. I said, he can't even answer the messages. He can't even talk to me or face me. He obviously, it's nothing really to talk about. And he's clearly with her or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure if I had said, send me a picture of y'all two together right now, she would send it. So, so that's what it was. And she pretty much was just like, you're young, you ain't got no kids, like, live your life or whatever. You don't gotta be trying to settle down so quickly. But yeah, I mean, like, everybody has their opinions. Everybody just assumes because you're younger and you don't have any kids, or you're single, that, you have all this freedom. You can run and do this and do that, and you ain't gotta worry about this and that. But you don't know what single or younger people have to do. Just because somebody doesn't have kids, or, certain responsibilities that most adults will have doesn't mean that they're not going through things, or doesn't mean that they just have it easy. You never know what people are going through just because they're younger and or they have more freedom than you do. So I was just like, yeah, but for a minute I was kind of thinking like maybe I should just be single and just focus on just having fun or whatever, because clearly this is not working out. Something is not right. Like, this is just a pattern. I keep running to the same dude, same dude, same dude, same dudes, and it's getting old. Like, I'm tired already. But I was just like, yeah, I was just like, I ain't got time for that, whatever. I'd rather just be by myself or whatever and just live my life pretty much. And she was just like, well, lucky for you or whatever, I got to deal with him until my kids are 18 or whatever. My kids ain't even born yet. So I got to deal with him for 18 plus years. And I was just like, I mean, well, I'm trying to be encouraging and stuff to her because she's coming off encouraging to me, but that's me being stupid again. Stupid Courtney. And I learned my lesson now. I'll be nice to you, but you cross me now. No, I'm not being nice no more, because it's you're gonna keep doing the same thing over and over again. People show you who they are. Believe them, whether you've known them for a long time, whether you've known them for 5 seconds, whether you just you know cross paths with them for a moment. Like, that's I go by action, not by words. So we ended up just getting off the phone, and um yeah, that was it. I think I had called my aunt after that because I was really, really, really upset, and only my aunt could really calm me down, and I couldn't talk to my mom about it because we weren't really on the best of terms. It was definitely strained at that time, and we had just been arguing so much. We had just gotten to it. Like, we're much better now, but back then, like, it was just, like I said, I was already in a lot of drama. I already had so much stuff going on, and just going to her for advice and stuff, it wasn't really the easiest thing to do because I never really had that growing up. Like, my dad didn't help me or whatever, or give me the talk that I needed, or show me how special I was or important I was, or the value that I hold to someone's life or my own life. So, and I never had that talk with my mom either. So, my mom like raised this and everything, but it was just like emotionally, mentally, she just wasn't there. But we're much better now that I'm older, and we still have things to work on, but one day at a time. She's almost like a 60-year-old woman, so she's older, she's old school, she's an old school Christian woman, she's stuck in her ways, and we have our moments, but we've definitely come a long way than how we were at this point. So I know I couldn't really talk to her about it, but I knew I could talk to my aunts because I consider them like my second mom. So anytime I had boy drama, a female drama, a family drama, work drama, anything, I run to them. So it took me a minute to fall asleep because I was, once again, I'm still anxious. Just because I'm over the situation doesn't mean I'm not gonna be super anxious. So I call her. I'm pretty much just vent to her, telling her everything that happened. And she's just telling me, like, just forgive him, like, just if that's what he wants to do or whatever, and just forgive him, forget her childish tale, like, just leave her alone and just get yourself together. Pretty much just give me the pep talk that you need from the people that you love, the people that you care about. So long story short, I got off the phone with her. She was just telling me, just get some sleep, you gotta work tomorrow, you don't got time to be stressing and dealing about that. And one thing I hate is having drama or arguing with somebody or getting into it with somebody about something the day before I gotta go to work. Like, it's too much. I already don't like being at work. And at this time, I did not like my job. Like, it was annoying. And, I already have problems at work. I don't think I've ever been at like one job where I don't have anybody stressing me out, like, ever. In the 28 years that I've been on this earth, I don't think I've ever not had a job where people don't stress me out. And that's sad. But, let me know if you can relate. But to have to deal with that and go to work or whatever, the average person will like, just suck it up or whatever. But when you struggle with mental health and depression, anxiety, and everything like that, like I struggled with it for so long before I actually got help for it, it's hard to function. And one thing about me, if I've ever had boy drama, and I know it sounds very childish, like, girl, like, really over a guy. But I feel like when you have certain things that just bother you, like when you have those mental health um issues that just take over, and you're not, getting any treatment, or you're not getting any help for it, or you're not taking it seriously, it can really have a big effect on everything you do in life, including your job. It definitely does. It controls how you eat, you sleep, your function, every day-to-day life, whether it's going to the store, whether it's going to work, whether it's spending time with family. It could be anything. And I'd really like to stress that, like, it's important to take care of your health, and I was not doing it at this time. But after a while, I went to sleep because I was tired. Like, I don't care how depressed and sad I am. I can only be up for so long if I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. Um, and I go to sleep, and the next day comes. I get up for work, regular routine. I get up. I think I had to be to work at like 6 a.m. because we work 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. So I get up 4 o'clock usually because I live like around the corner from my job. Because really I could wake up later, but because I like to, as you can see, like the way I dress and everything, like I like to take time on myself or whatever. I like to look presentable, and I like to carry myself a certain way. So it does take me a little minute to get ready. I am a little bit long-winded. So that's why I like to get ready early, ahead of time. So that way when it is time to leave out, time to be ready, I'm out the door with you. I'm ready. So let's go. So I start my regular routine in the morning. I get up at 4 a.m. I get myself together. Still kind of dreading going to work because, once again, me and California work together. We're in the same department at this time, but we're going to see each other in passing, because he occasionally drives the forklift just like I did. So yeah, I get up, I get ready for work, and then I'm out the door. So time's still going by. You think, and I know his fat tail was up. I know that fat piece of dirt was up. I know he was up. So it's like, what happened. It's no way that Bimbo did not tell you what happened. It's no way she didn't wake you out to sleep, or at least wait for you to get up and let you know exactly what happened. You know. And the fact that you couldn't message me, you weren't even man enough to do that. And you're a coward. You're just a freaking coward. And I was just like, because I did kind of think about it for a second. I was like, he's still nothing. No message, no call, no nothing. I was like, okay. I said, hey, I mean, it is kind of messed up. But then I was just like, Courtney, he's showing you who he is. So, I'm kind of dreading going to work, but I get ready and I'm out the door. So I get to work, and I always like to really get to work early. Back then I would get to work like an hour early, just sit in the parking lot and stuff. Now I'm not doing that no more. But back then I would get there probably like maybe 30 minutes early or whatever around this time. And I like to get there because after a while, when you or at least when I was working on that shift, when you get to the time clock at a certain time, it's already a line. And the longer it takes, people are so freaking slow, and still slow at this job, to just clocking in and stuff. They just like, so if you are in a line and it's time to clock in, by the time you get to that time clock, it's already started a shift. Like, if I'm trying to clock in 5 minutes early, but the line is moving so slow, I might not get clocked in until, if I'm trying to clock in 55, I might not get until 58, 59. That's how slow they move. So I like to get there at a certain time so I can beat that line or whatever. Get my equipment and get started. So I get my stuff, get my equipment, and I think something told me, I didn't see California at all walking in or anything, which was good because I was not in the mood. And I was already anxious and annoyed, and I felt a little bit embarrassed because I don't know. I just didn't know who knew my business and stuff like that, because I don't know why, but people just believe it or not, a lot of people don't like you, girl. A lot of people don't like me. A lot of people be praying for my downfall. A lot of people be starting problems or whatever with me. So I know I bring it up and say all of this stuff, but it's, you know, just if you watch other story times or other YouTubers and seeing the stuff they have to go through with people constantly being weird, I'd be like, I can relate to this stuff so much because it's like, it's so many weird people out there. It's crazy. All I gotta do is walk to the door or walk past somebody and it's the issue. And for what? But you beefing with yourself, sis. You ain't beefing with me. I'm sorry. So yeah. But something told me I got my harness or whatever. I got everything that I needed ready. I got my work bag. I clocked in, and I believe that I don't know if I cleaned my truck off yet, because them trucks are so dirty in there. You gotta keep cleaning it off. I'll be like the only one or whatever cleaning it off. And then people will steal my trucks, the ones that are clean, and then leave me with the dirty ones. So y'all not good clean enough to clean your own trucks off, but you can take somebody else that cleaned theirs off, right? Just shows how y'all living at home. But anyway, I think I cleaned my truck off and stuff, and I wanted a little snack because I don't think I could really eat in that morning because, like I said, anxiety, mental health problems, I wasn't really eating a lot in the morning. So I said I need to get a snack, just like a piece of jerky or something, just to get on my stomach or whatever, something to drink or whatever. And I think I wanted to get a little energy drink to wake me up because I hadn't gotten that much sleep. So I'm standing by the vending machine or where I'm standing in front of it, about to order my stuff. And guess who walked up to me? Guess who walked up to me? As if this morning can't get any weird. California walks up to me. California walks up to me. So he walks up to me and he's just like, hi, like, hey. And he kind of just had his head down, just looking like a little kid that got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, pretty much. And I was just like, hey, like, what's up? Because, like, what do you want? What do you want? You choose to walk up to me now. Like, I feel like he knew that he would, like, he just thought, like, oh, we're going to run into each other sooner or later. I'm going to do something. I'm going to find a way to convince her to talk to her. I have to or whatever, because we're going to run into each other. We're going to see each other at work. So he knew that if he didn't have an opportunity to talk to me over the phone and stuff, he would have an opportunity to do it at work because we work together 4 days a week. So we're going to see each other sooner or later, sometime in passing. So he was just like, how you doing or whatever. And I was like, I mean, I guess I'm okay. Like, what do you expect? Like, how do you expect me to feel? How do you expect me to be? What do you want, California? So he said, you know, I don't deserve a conversation with you right now. I know you don't want to talk to me right now, and I understand. Duh. I just wanted you to know that me and, you know, what happened with me and Bimbo, I just think it's important that me and you have a conversation. And I was just like, well, there's nothing really we need to talk about. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious what happened with you and Bimbo. She already told me everything. I mean, she's sleeping right next to you. She laying right next to you. I would think she know more than she's told her better than you will ever tell me. So, you know, you don't need to tell me anything. There's nothing really to say. But he was just, you know, saying like, no, all this has really started because Bimbo was threatening me with child support. She was starting to put me on child support ever since she found out that me and you were together, because she's mad and she's just bitter and jealous at the fact that I don't want to be with her anymore, but we still expecting kids together, and she's trying to hold this child support thing over me. And she says, you know, she won't put him on child support if, you know, if he sleeps with her or whatever, or he won't come near me anymore, or won't be with me anymore. So he pretty much is using that as an excuse. And I was just like, okay, like, and mind you, I get it. I really do get it, because it's so sad that it's really dads out here, fathers who are really dealing with women like that, and mothers who are dealing with that from their child's fathers. You know, it's really sad that people have to go through that just because they're frustrated or bitter that they're moving on or don't want to be with them. And unfortunately, with some people, it can get really ugly, especially when kids are involved. And it's really sad. And, you know, I think that's kind of why in the moment I was just like, but then I kind of felt for him because I was like, it's really stuff that people are going through every day. Like, I see my sisters go through this kind of thing. Like, you know, the same thing happened with my sister. She didn't want to be with her child's father, and he did not want to spend time with his son. He didn't want to do anything with my nephew, unless she had relations with him, and she said no. And you know, that's really sad. So it's really people that are really angry or bitter or not happy with themselves that will try to take it out on you or hold the child over your head in some kind of way. It's not like it was too far-fetched, because once again, the way she's carrying herself, the stuff that she's doing, it didn't, you know, even though what he did was wrong, it was not right at all what he did. You still cheated. You still cheated, player. You still cheated. That was wrong. And I was still hurt by that. But it was just, yeah. But, yeah. But I can confirm that part was true, because he did show me the messages later on. Because, you know, I had passcode for a while, since early when we started dating, because I don't play that. And you already doing weird stuff, you know. And I think I got his passcode after a while, like a little while after he was cheating and stuff. I said, no, let me see that phone. Let me see what you texted. And then he would delete the messages and stuff. Weirdo. Just weird. But I have seen the messages and stuff, her threatening him to put him on child support, about how I'm gonna be their new stepmommy and y'all can be happy together or whatever. You can have, you know, you can have her or whatever. I don't, you know, that's fine or whatever, but that's fine. But y'all it's confusing. It was confusing to me. Well, no, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It wasn't confusing to me, but it might be confusing to y'all. But, so pretty much, I did express how I feel, and, you know, I was hurt by what he did, because come on, it's this early on and you already are doing stupid stuff. Which I should have just kicked it to the curb then and there. There's a lot of times where I should have just kicked it to the curb, but, you know, I don't know. I really don't know, honestly. Maybe in a sense I kind of did feel bad for him. And, you know, for that reason, and because me seeing the messages and seeing how she was already acting once we started dating, and her knowing that we were together, it's like, and following us around and doing all that crazy stuff, I felt bad in that moment. And so, give me the dummy award. Come on. Give it to me. Come on. Just come on now. Give it to me. I know. I was a dummy. I took him back. So I expressed how I felt, that I was not happy with how it was. And it wasn't just going to go back to normal. We would have to take it one step at a time. But I told him that I would forgive him. I told him that I would forgive him. Yeah. So I just told him that I wanted to take things a little bit slow, because this is a lot. This is too much. You didn't have a conversation with me about this. You didn't consider my feelings at all in the matter when you did this. And, you know, even though it's a lot of drama with that, I'm trying to be considerate of his situation, his kids. I also need to look out for myself, because who's looking out for Courtney? Nobody. So, you know, and I did decide to take him back. But I also decided to, even though me and Bimbo had reached like an agreement, like not really an agreement, but we just had a conversation about where we stood with California, I decided to just block her because ultimately she was already trouble from the beginning. Like, even with everything coming out later on, she's always been trouble. So, you know, I just don't need that around me. I'm sorry. But, you know, little did I know that she was actually keeping tabs on me. So once I blocked her, she'd have called on quick, like, okay. And, you know, he had made it clear, I'm not going to be with her no more. I'm not talking to her. If it's not about the kids, like, that's it. I'm going to do my best to, like, avoid her because it's too much. You know, you didn't deserve that. I'm take full responsibility for what I did. And I'm ashamed of what I did. And, yeah, moving on. So I guess she kind of caught on to that, and once she found out she was blocked, she was just probably like, oh, okay, okay, yeah, all right. I guess she decided she wanna pull up because that's exactly what she did. Um, exactly what she did, and no, this happened the next day. Oh my God, did it happen? Yeah, it happened the next day. You know, but I did tell him I needed, you know, some time to think about this or whatever. So, yeah, fast forward, the next day or whatever, we come into work, we're still, you know, we're still together. Dummy. Yes, still together. Walking in, you know, going on break and stuff together. Like I said, Big Mama eventually she probably called on because he's ignoring her now. She don't have no access to me. She can't keep tabs on what I'm doing because she's blocked. And so I guess she decided to kind of pull up to our job one day. So, you know, I think we were coming, I think it was second break. So at first break, everything was fine. We went on break like usual, nothing out of the ordinary. Went on break, everything was cool. We're, you know, see each other when we can, spending time with each other on break, talking, texting, everything was normal. Second break, I wait for him or whatever, we walk out. I don't know why I'm so itchy, something's wrong. I think, I think it was, we were walking back from second break. We were sat in his car like we normally do because my car was too small. It's still too small. I got the same car since then. But we would always sit in his car because his car was always bigger. He's a big boy, so I guess he always needed a big car. But we know we eat lunch or whatever. It's time to go back, and we start walking. Then all of a sudden, I hear, you know, yeah, she called his name like California or whatever. And I'm looking around like, who is that or whatever? I'm thinking it's just somebody that he knows from work or whatever. We both turn around. Tell me why is Bimbo walking out from behind like a car or whatever? I don't even know, like, I don't even think, at the time I knew what kind of car she had. I didn't know what kind of car she had. I think it was like silver, but I never could ever see up close. Because one time she did follow us to Walmart and I saw the color of the car. Because she was sitting in the parking lot. She was watching us across from like the exit of, you know, where you exit out of the parking lot. So I didn't know she had a silver car, but I just did not know the make of the model because I never saw it up close. Because California will always spot her every time she be chasing us around town, but I could never spot her because I never knew the kind of car she had. So, and even to this day, I don't know that car. I know the other car she had, but I do not know that car. That's crazy. But, you know, she come out from behind, you know, a car. She's just walking through the parking lot, and she walks up to us. And I was just like, that was my first time seeing her face to face. This is my first time seeing her up close. And, you know, she was a little big girl. She was a real big girl. I would say like five 5'5", 5'6", but she looked taller than that. She looked bigger. She looked old, a little older, but not like she aged bad. She just looked way more mature. Like she looked older than me and a little bit older than Ricky or whatever. Oh, I'm in California. I gotta bleep that out. I gotta bleep that out. Okay, I'll bleep it out. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Um, but yeah, that was a big gorilla. I'm thinking like, dang, I can fight. I can get down. Because if you need that, I got that. But I was like, dang. I'm like, I might have to ask one of my friends or something if they got like a pew pew. Because she wanted to get pew pew down. I was like, dang. Like, oh my gosh. Gotta be like at least 2 to 250. Like she was oh my gosh, she looked bigger than California. So I was like, oh my gosh. So here she comes. The wind is blowing, mind you. It's a cold day. We got our coats on. California got his sunglasses on. Boy, you are not Biggie Small. Stop. And she's just standing there. She got her hands on her hips, her belly all out because she's pregnant. And she got these little rope twists in her hair. Her hair was cute. And she had these lashes on, but I think one of them was like flying or doing its own little thing. I don't know. It was like, I don't know what it was doing. The other one was good, but the other one was just flying or doing whatever, doing his own little thing, flapping back and forth. And she just looked crazy. Like she was kind of just standing there like, yeah, she was just, I don't know, she just looked really strange. I didn't know what was going on. I was like, yeah, I knew she was a little weird, but she might be a little crazy. She is crazy, but mostly weird, really, really weird. I was just like, okay. And I'm thinking, girl, why you not in the house? Just take your tail in the house. Jacket all open. You could get sick. You get the baby sick. Go your tail in the house. Get back in the car and go home. And where's your face mask? Because we're still in the pandemic. Come on. So, he was just standing there like he just looked tongue-tied. He just looked stupid or whatever. And I was just like, okay. That's okay. Okay. Yeah. So it's awkward because we're just standing there or whatever. And so she turns to me or whatever. She was just like, oh, California. She turns to him first and is like, you don't got nothing to say or whatever. And he just stuck there looking stupid. Sunglasses on his face, like, just looking dumb with the dumb look. That's all he always did. It's just stupid. And she turns to me and she's like, so you blocked me on Facebook? And I was like, yeah, I did. And she was just like, why? I said, because I did. Like, what are you going to do about it? Who do you think you are, trying to check me, oppress me about blocking you on Facebook? Like, come on, mommy, stop it. I'm grown. I can do what I want. Why you so pressed that I blocked you on Facebook? So, yeah. And she said, so y'all still dealing with each other? I said, well, yes, we decided that we're going to still be together. Yeah. And she was just like, oh, okay. So, yeah, even after the fact that we were dealing with each other, we were sleeping together, I said, well, we moved past that. I said, if you can be okay with dealing with somebody else when they're in a relationship, chasing after them, trying to pursue them, then I should be okay to take them back if that person is, really sincere about trying to change and do better by me. Even though I thought that I didn't say that or whatever, because even if I said that out loud, I would sound super delulu because okay. So I was just like, yeah, like, why do you care or whatever? So and she was just like, well, I already talked to his baby mama, his other baby mama, and I told her that she can get tested. So I hope I think you should get tested too. And I was just like, okay, well, okay. Even though at this we we had been using protection prior to a few like months later or whatever, because that time we were planning on having a kid. But at this moment we were using protection, and I don't think that I don't remember sleeping with him not too long after that. I don't remember. We probably did, but even if we did, we all used protection. Like, So, yeah, she was saying that she had contracted BV or something, or bacterial vaginosis or something. So she was saying that I should get tested or whatever. She said, so yeah, we've been sleeping together and we've been doing all this. I said, okay, so what you want, a cookie or something, Bimbo? Like, what do you want? You came up all the way to do this. You going above and beyond to do this for what? What is it? How is it benefiting you? You're pregnant. You probably stressed out. Just sit your tail down somewhere and stop doing the most. What are you doing? So I said, oh, so Calvin was just like, what are you doing? Like, you're doing too. Like, what are you doing? You're doing too much. Why are you really gonna come to my job and doing this? Like, doing the most? And she was just like, F your job or whatever. F this, F that or whatever. So I asked her, I said, so you saying that y'all are still messing around, like y'all still, like, now, as of right now, as we speak, y'all are still dealing with each other? And then she turned to me and looked at me and was like, I already told you, like, just smiling or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay, whatever, I don't care. And if that's what you say, because I listen, at the same time, I don't know. And me in California, we're literally still taking it slow. I'm not trying to rush into anything. I'm not trying to do anything so too fast. But we're still together. So California and her start going back and forth. He's just like, you doing too much. You going to my job or whatever. You come up here starting drama, doing all this stuff. And so, all of a sudden she just walks up to him. She's like dead in his face, like nose to nose pretty much. And he's not doing anything. He's just standing there just looking irritated. Like, I guess he still had his sunglasses on. And so she was just like, so I'm pregnant and you running around with her or whatever, driving around. You got her driving around in your car with you. You taking pictures with her. You post to her. You doing all this and stuff with her or whatever. When I'm pregnant, about to have your kids soon and all this stuff. I really left out a part. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I was telling this story and I left out the part. So when Bimbo was going on talking about how she caught BV, how she caught bacterial vaginosis, and she told the other baby mama to get tested because she was so obsessed and she was so sure that he was still dealing with the other baby mama. But I don't think that she was still dealing with him, and I just think that, I don't know, Bimbo was a little delusional on that one. I don't know, because even to this day, like, Bimbo says she never really knew if they were dealing with each other, and I don't think they were. But yeah, so she was just saying pretty much like, well, you should get yourself tested or whatever. And, she started getting loud and start getting all crazy or whatever. Like, that's supposed to scare somebody. She's saying how, all I know is if I got a STD or something, I'm going to kill both of y'all, screaming at the top of her lungs. And I'm thinking, like, who is you talking to? Because what you thought, like, who do you think you are, baby girl? Like, number one, I'm not California. Yeah, she might be a little big, but, I don't know, but corny, get down, okay? So don't do it, okay? And then all of a sudden, like, Bimbo just, like, it's not even loud enough. I can't even do it loud enough. You can hear that slap all around the world and all the way back to that facility where we worked at. That's how loud it was. And I was just like, she slapped him so bad. She knocked the taste out of his mouth and she knocked the sunglasses off his face. The sunglasses flew all the way on the ground, flew across the parking lot, almost went under a car. That's how bad she slapped him. Like, she literally, if the definition of slap the taste out of your mouth was in the dictionary, it's self-explanatory. But she, she slapped him and she's still in his face. And he's just standing there, like, his whole demeanor changed, his whole face changed. He really looked like he wanted to punch her dead in her face, but he was just holding back everything in him not to hit her. And so she was just like, so yeah, you doing all this or whatever while I'm pregnant. She said, I don't care about your job. You talk about coming to your job. She said, F your job, F you, and F your kids, whatever. So then she looks at me and she was like, you can have him or whatever. And so she gets in her car, and I don't know how I didn't pick up on this. I'm just trying to make sure that California's okay, because he just got all fire, taste, and soul, and earth, air, and wind, and everything slapped out of him. Every element you could think of, he got slapped out of him. So I'm trying to make sure he's okay, but at the same time, I'm trying to focus on her, because I don't know if she's gonna try to do something to my car or whatever. I don't know what she's trying to do, so I gotta keep my eye on her. And she just gets in her car, and then all of a sudden I hear skirt, like she just skirts, just turns the corner, and she just drives out the parking lot. And I was just like, I have some chapstick on. My lips can dry. I hate my lips can dry. But yeah, I was just like, this is so awkward. This is so awkward. Mm-mm-mm. 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 And I was just like, I'm trying to make sure he's okay. And he just looked defeated. He just looked fed up. He just looked over it, like this girl been stressing him out like forever, for like years. Like, this is a problem he cannot get rid of. And so yeah, and I kind of did open my eyes a little bit, because it's just like, regardless of whether this girl is cool for Cocoa Puffs, regardless of whether he's lying or not, is this really worth all this? Like, Courtney, why are you still in this? Why are you still here? Why are you still in this relationship? What is it doing for you? Nothing. So we just, we didn't really have any choice. And good thing nobody was around, because it's like, I was involved in it, California's involved in it. Hold on, who's this? Oh, we're all involved in it. And when you fight in a parking lot, you can get fired for stuff like that. So it's like, it's too much. And thank goodness nobody really said anything or saw it. I was so worried when we were walking back in, like we were gonna get in trouble or somebody was gonna say something. I was just like, this is the last thing I need. Like, and that just really woke me up. Like, do I really want to be dealing with all this? Like, this is too much. This is way too much. Oh, but yeah, okay. So we're walking in, and yeah, once again, he just still looks defeated. He just looks defeated, like he just, I felt bad, really, really bad for him. And that was, just think about that. It was awkward. It was weird. It was embarrassing. It was stressful, and it was just a lot. It was a lot. It's draining, just like talking about that situation, because those two, they just brought so much drama to my life. And even though I let myself get involved in that stuff, it's just like, oh, certain people, I'm just so glad I don't have to deal with it, be around like on a regular basis. Like, even people now who I cross paths with, I do my best to like make sure that I don't have to have as much interactions, or they're not that involved in my circle or in my world, so I don't have to deal with stuff like that I just had to deal with earlier on in my life, like that. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting up the next part soon. I don't know if next week that I'm going to put the next part up. I might, but yeah, pretty much it was just It's just too much. And from that point on, she kept just making it a point to just popping up to the job, just popping up, popping up, popping up. And it's like, look, girl, how many times you gonna keep popping up? You either, number one, you pregnant, and even after she had the baby, she was popping up. It was just like, it's either you gonna do something or you're not gonna do nothing. But yeah, so that's pretty much the end of that part. But the next part, it's just a lot of on and off drama really going on with me in California, and it's also a lot of ongoing drama with me and Bimbo, because this girl, like, oh my goodness, she antagonized me so much, like social media messaging, like everything, like, oh my goodness, following me around, following me in California around, um having people at my job and stuff harassing me and bothering me, um just, oh my goodness, just terrorizing his other baby mama. It's just so much stuff, like it's the stuff that this girl has did. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of this little story time. mm, 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 mm. Like, you heal from certain situations, but sometimes it will drain you, because it will drain you after a while. Because when you're used to not being in that mess no more, you get yourself out of it, and then somebody tries to pull you back in, or uh, a memory is unlocked or whatever, and that almost triggers, like, it's too much. But yeah, so that's the end of this part, or this story time, or whatever. I hope you guys enjoyed it or whatever. Make sure that you tune in, you like and subscribe to the video, and also make sure that you also click the links down there with my socials or whatever. You can find me at Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, or Snapchat. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of this video or whatever. So stay tuned for next week, because I'm gonna do my best to upload on Monday night. But if not, then you gonna get an upload at least by Wednesday night. So just stay tuned in for that. Thank you, and